Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stomped back from the OPTC video, and in today's video, version 15.2 version update notice is in game, and the game's getting a little bit of a buff, or buff in quotation marks, because honestly, I have gone through this particular version update, and I'm not overly impressed with what I'm seeing here. Now, it's not a major update or anything like that, so I'm not really, too disappointed, I guess, but when the half-year anniversary comes around, they usually do these little updates. They bring in some new mechanic, or they change something in here regards. And once again, Treasure Map is getting an absolute buff. Treasure Map is their moneymaker. They know that people will summon for boosters to rank higher in Treasure Map to get more limit break materials and more rewards, and more bounty, all that fun stuff. So they go constantly updating this game mode. And Tockz actually put up a pretty funny tweet. I'll quickly bring it up. But this is basically like Bandai's outlook on its game modes. It's like Treasure Map's always like, yay, Rumble's like slowly drowning, and then Kazuna Clash is just somewhere on the bottom. And funny enough, I actually think this Treasure Map update makes it more like Kazuna, which everyone hates, so I don't really understand the point of this. But look, Tockz's already done a video on this. I'll leave a link to his Twitter and stuff like that. Make sure to go check that out as well. So yes, Treasure Map, the buff they're getting is that encounter bosses have been changed. When you stop at an encounter battle spot, you instantly clear the battle. So basically, for the mini bosses, when you encounter them on the map, you literally just insta kill them, and depending on your own characters adding point boost effects, you will get increased treasure points. So depending on how many boosters you have, like your highest boost, it basically just gives you that multiplier. Now, it doesn't take all characters into consideration. I believe it takes into consideration the amount of characters that you have for the final boss. So like your highest point boosted team, I guess, is the best way to put it. So depending on that, you basically just get that multiplier, and it just instantly kills the boss for you. Only battle against intrusion and boss battles exist now. So defeating the boss will get you a ton of treasure points, and there's also new bosses. So what this essentially means is they've just completely removed the mini bosses. You just make your way through the map, you instantly kill mini bosses if you run into them, you get to the final boss, and you just fight the final boss. The only fight that you will do on the map is against the intrusion boss. So I don't know how I really feel about this. On one hand, it is nice because obviously you just need to build 2 teams for Treasure Map now. You don't need to build 6. However, mini bosses was a very interesting way of making characters relevant. Like Sengoku, 6+ Zoro, Toki, like all those characters were so goated in Treasure Map because they were so good at farming mini bosses, and now you've completely removed the value of those characters. Those characters are now dead characters if you pull them. And like, sure, I guess like not needing them is the same as like them being dead in your box, but I don't know, like the team builder in me kind of hates this because it made Treasure Map unique in the sense that you had to build a certain amount of teams. You had to try and bypass the mini bosses as fast as you possibly could to get to the final boss to try and maximize your points that way. But now they're basically just doing it for free for you, and look, it's gonna make, if you're Treasure Map rank grinder, like, this is going to be so much harder for you to rank. Like, it's going to be absolutely ridiculous. And it just takes all of, like, the big brain strats out of Treasure Map. Becomes an absolute mindless, mind-numbing game mode like Blitz and even, like, 10-star Kazuna, where you're just fighting 2 bosses and then tapping your way through some spinning animations on the map. Which is, again, RNG for some players, because if you just get shit rolls all the time, it's going to fuck you up. So, look, I don't like this change to Treasure Map. I understand for, like, the 10 mil players, it's going to be better for the mid-game player. Realistically, for the mid-game player, like, I don't know if it's going to be that much better. Like, sure, it will make life easier, but it doesn't make the game as fun, and it doesn't stimulate the mind as much. So therefore, I feel like it's going to make players like not want to do it at the same time. So it's kind of a weird dichotomy in that regard. Because like, I know a lot of people, they just don't play 10-star Kazuna. Like, they see 10-star Kazuna, they're like, I'm not going to waste my time grinding this game mode for a 6+ that I'm never going to use. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. So yeah, there's also a new treasure card spot added. You obtain more powerful cards. Another funny thing too is like, why is there still a cannon card right there if they're removing the mini bosses? Like, what do you get? What does the cannon still like? Just like hit the mini bosses and it just gives you more points. It's just like a point card now, I guess. But let me know in the comment section below if you guys have any other thoughts on the new treasure map update. If you like it, if you dislike it. For me, I give it a thumbs down. In hindsight, like, sure, it might be a thumbs up, but I just think it's a thumbs down for now. As for the next part of the notification, we have the Rumble Limit Break added. A special limit break to further enhance Rumble stats will be added. To unlock it, you'll need this particular gilding key right here, this fancy rainbow one, along with various improvements of stats. A new resistance will be added. So this is obviously the one part of the update that I'm actually most keen for. Basically, I am super excited. a little bit biased here because like Rumble's my favorite game mode, but look, any buff that we get to Rumble abilities, Rumble units, building more Rumble teams is always a fun time for me. The caveat to this is that you need this gilding key. So like these abilities are going to be locked behind another limit break ability, which I think is a little bit dumb. I think just like waiting until the next level limit break buff for this particular buff would be more beneficial. However, it does open the door to have this particular buff for Rumble, and then look, I don't know, OPTC's 15th year anniversary when we get level limit break 200. Maybe they add more stuff to just continuously enhance older characters. This particular buff I can see working really, really well for characters like 6+ Whitebeard, the original strength character. All the characters that already have their sort of super evolutions, they're already at their max potential, being level limit break 5, super evolution, and limit break expanded. Getting all of their PPOs that way. This particular key I feel like is going to help them the most. I don't really want to see this buff come to, say, the new Super Sugo that's coming in New Year's. If they add this ability, like this key, to a brand new Super Sugo character, I think this is a terrible idea. But if this goes back and unlocks older characters to then allow you to make better teams with characters you already have, I do think this is a good thing. Sure, it does push the new player back even further and the mid-game player back even further as well. But again, that's when my bias kicks in. So for me, I give it a thumbs up, but I can understand why a lot of people give this a thumbs down and aren't as keen, where they probably see this as a thumbs up rather than a thumbs down that I'm giving it. So interested to see what they do with these buffs and how this affects the Rumble meta and the game mode, because again, Rumble is my favorite game mode, and I love seeing stuff like this. Next, we have the Sugo Fest feature update. And you know, whenever you see an update to the Sugo Fest, it's gonna make everyone mad. It's gonna give everyone mad because they're never going to do what we want. Like 30 gem multis are never going to be a thing. Better steps is never going to be a thing. Lowering the guaranteed Sugo rate, the guaranteed Sugo from 30 to say 20 or 25 is never going to happen. So they give us this shit instead. And what we're getting is Aurora gems, whatever the fuck that means. New step bonuses are also added. So you at say the 10th multi, you also get a rare rainbow level limit break wanted poster. I believe this is in conjunction, so alongside the step bonuses already. If this replaces step bonuses, it's terrible. Like, it's so terrible. But I believe it's like, okay, so the 10th step is the last poster is a rate boosted red or a limited pool. And you also get a rare rainbow level limit break poster. That's what I'm hoping. But like, look, Bandai's done some weird shit before. And this could be very, very bad. You will get bonus items based on the reach pull steps, and there will be also new items in the form of a Sugo rare rainbow level limit poster and a regular 5-star level limit break poster for rare recruits. Basically, what this can be used on any type characters, and it's basically just an extra copy. Finally, we have Aurora gems. Obtain them through events and shops. It can be used in the new powerful rare recruit event of 5-step Sugo Fest. So I don't know if this is like a new Sugo Fest they're going to be releasing that only has 5 steps and you can only use Aurora gems there. But if they're like Rainbow Tavern medals where they expire and all that sort of stuff, it's basically just another currency you have to manage, which I'm not a fan of. If they don't expire and they just sit there, I'm all for it. So something like the like the co-op gems where like that banner eventually comes around and you can just spend them whenever you have them. I do think that's going to be good, and you can pretty much stockpile these gems to say, okay, well, I want to make sure that, say, for example, in a month, they only give us enough to do 3 multis on the 5-step banner. You can stockpile these for the next time around to guarantee yourself to go to that 5th step. So it's going to be interesting how they do this, but whenever it comes to these types of currencies, it's usually a bad thing. So for now, I've got a thumbs down, but wavering on sort of like that middle sort of like middle part. The other feature improvements is they were finally getting a sound volume slider, which look took 11.5 years, which is fucking ridiculous. But now you can literally go in and change the volume up and down, and then that way you don't have to like have it either completely off or turning up and down on your phone, which I guess is kind of cool, but like it should have been in here from like day one. And then finally, you can certain rewards from requests from Chopperman will be claimed at once. Basically, this is just a back button for iPhone users. You guys will now see the gloriousness and feel the power of Android, where you could just hit the back button and you just don't have to sit through all of the fucking steps that the Chopperman mission throws at you. Or whenever you get rewards for stuff, you just spam back and it's just gone. So that's good for iPhone users. But overall, like, I give this whole update just a big thumbs down. I'm not exactly excited for these changes. I don't think they're going to be they're going to be a big impact, because obviously like it completely changes how treasure map functions. Like, that's a huge change. And then obviously like this ability here with Rumble characters getting a little bit more of a buff. They are big changes to 2 of the biggest game modes in the game, but like, I don't know, like this scares the crap out of me, and I don't know. I'm being a bit skeptical when it comes to this particular update. But as always, we're going to slide over to Captain Papi's Twitter, see what the man, the myth, the legend says over here, because the man breaks it down very, very well. So his initial thoughts on 15.2, treasure map changes again, lol. Chopper Man batch claim is whatever, again, just literally what Android already has. 11.5 years of volume slider, yep. Step bonuses might be nice, which is that 5-step Sugo Fest. More gilding keys for Rumble stats, laughing my ass off. Like, again, like, I don't love that they've locked this behind a gilding key. Like, it should have just been, I don't know, added on to limit breaks. Like, I don't know why they had to add another key. Look, who knows though? Like, these keys might be really easy to attain. If the keys are really easy to attain, this could be interesting. And at the beginning, it's going to be like one of the things where it's a slow trickle, but eventually you're just going to have so many keys, like Super Color, you're going to have so many keys that you just don't know what to do with them all. But hey, that's just how it goes. Aurora Gems could be massive or arse, probably arse. See separate tweet for more thoughts. So he says Aurora Gems is interesting, especially if the 5-step Sugo Fest are structured well. I just hope that when they're available in store, they add add-ons to existing gem packs like 300 gem pack plus Aurora Gems. Another case of our favorite wait and see. So look, there's still a lot to be desired with this particular update, and there's still a lot to come, but when we get more information, we'll do a bit of a shorter breakdown there. But let me know what you guys think of 15.2 in the comment section below. While you're down there, bell like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Most importantly, if you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.